Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are unfortunately talking about influencers. The upside is we can actually get rid of these people, and here's what's going on. I think this is really interesting because it's coming from a small town known as Pomfret, Vermont. Now, they're known for their scenery, and when autumn hits in early October, that's essentially when the tourists come. Now, obviously, what we're talking about here are leafers or leaf peepers. These are people that want to come and look at the beautiful foliage, in that area of the country. And so basically more than half the cars that were driving through that 900 person town are basically out-of-state license plates coming essentially for that. Now, one of those, interestingly enough, was from Florida, this license plate, and they came to basically do a stop in the middle of a road that was a 45 mile an hour road, blocking 2 lanes of traffic. And the reason they did that was to take a picture of a farm's silo against a backdrop of autumn leaves. I'm not kidding. Now, until recently, the number of leafers visiting Pomfret was basically a trickle, wasn't a torrent. But ever since one of their farms, known as Sleepy Hollow Farm, which is a 115-acre private property set on a rustic road, went viral on social media, things are kind of getting out of hand. Now, a quick look on Instagram shows us that thousands of images of the farm's winding earthen road, basically lined by maple trees, lit up. Obviously they do it up. So they do like autumnal reds. They've got jack-o'-lantern oranges, like all this kind of stuff all around there, leading basically to a 1700s Cape farmhouse. And so this is a huge place for influencers to want to go. And so it's, interestingly enough, now become the most photographed place in the state, even though, again, it's a town of 900. And so basically influencers just tend to be seriously terrible and self-centered people. They really are. I can't stand this. If you've been a long-time listener or follower, you know that I think these are some of the worst people, on the internet, and just awful human beings in general half the time. Now, social media brings out the worst in crappy human beings, whether it's anger or entitlement. And obviously we're talking entitlement on this one. So, interestingly enough, Deborah Goodman, who is the exhibits coordinator at the local art center in Pomfret, said that social media influencers in her town were regularly climbing over gates with no trespassing signs. They were setting up changing booths in the middle of nowhere to basically accommodate multiple costume swaps. I swear to God, they would get their city cars basically stuck on narrow dirt roads because those cars are not able, they don't have all-wheel drive, et cetera, et cetera. They're leaving bodily waste on the roadside and all of that because they're out there taking pictures for all of their BS followers. So basically, and I quote, "It was bad. The residents went to the local government and said, we can't have this anymore." So during the 2022 season last year, we're just entering the 2023 one now, or I should say we're in it. In 2022, law enforcement temporarily turned that road past Sleepy Hollow into a one-way thoroughfare, but it wasn't enough to deter tourists from behaving badly. This year, local residents have tried a new approach, and that is crowdfunding. Now, in a plea on GoFundMe, a team of organizers wrote, "We have experienced an unprecedented surge in Instagram and TikTok-fueled tourist influencers, quote unquote, who have damaged roads, had accidents, required towing out of ditches, trampled gardens, defecated on private property, and verbally assaulted residents." Now, to date, they've basically garnered 103 donations and have raised over $16,000 US. And as a result, town officials voted to close the roads leading to that farm during the peak foliage season, which is basically from September 23rd through October 15th, essentially to non-residents, obviously pissing off the influencers. And good, they shouldn't be there anyway. These people suck. So I say all of that to say that essentially you have the ability to get rid of them. You do not have to have these people in your town. And if you have a scenic town, and you don't have to be anti-tourism, for example, but the people that will block traffic, that just think they're entitled to this. We've all heard stories of, well, you should give me this hotel room for free so I can write a positive review on you on Instagram. Screw you. You suck. You're a shitty human being. And so there you go. That's all I got to say. I'm tired and I'm under the weather, but you people really do suck. Go away. And that's all I've got to say. So one town can fight back, and if they can fight back, we all can. And for the love of God, don't buy anything from these people. They're all morons. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And ask me what I really think about influencers. Jesus Christ. And as always, stay safe, stay online. Please attempt to stay private, and don't feed the morons. Take care.